Real Madrid going against Atletico Madrid in the semifinal of the Supercopa de España. And the match is in 15 minutes, so we gotta do this job quick. But coming to this match, Real Madrid coming off a huge win against Real Betis, a hat trick from Gonzalo Garcia. Something you want to see. I've always said it. Madrid need a proper number 9. They need a real guy up top. As much as how good Mbappe is, he's not a number 9. He's not going to give you the one staying up top. He's not going to want to make creating a gap. He's not the one who's going to win those headers and create space and stay in the box. He's not. Not saying he's a bad player. Of course, Mbappe's not a bad player. It's just he's not made for that role, and he'll be better playing on the left side. People say Mbappe's a problem. He's not. It's just if you play Vini and Mbappe together, you're gonna see him not doing supposedly what his job is. And I think if you take out Vini and put Mbappe, it would have been still the same result. Maybe even better because for me, Mbappe's finishing is better than Vini's. But I think that's the problem there. Atletico Madrid coming off a win against who they a tie. They did tie against Real Sociedad. But Julian Alvarez hasn't scored in 8 games, and I guarantee you he's going to score in this one because that's just how Atletico roll every time they go against Real Madrid. The starting 11 has come out pretty much what we expected. Pretty sure the exact same from the one the same lineup they had against Real Betis. Gonzalo Vini. Bellingham, Chouameni, Camavinga, Rodrygo, who looked, for me, he looked great against Betis. I was a huge fan of his. Same with Fede. He said he's like playing right back. For me, I prefer him playing right back. I think he's actually really good at as playing as a fullback. Raul Asensio, Rudiger, Carreras, and Thibaut Courtois. So pretty much what I expected. Pretty much the same. They didn't even know my mic was that far, so who knows how much I would have picked up. And then here with Atletico Madrid, you have Julian Alvarez and Sorloth. No Antonio Griezmann starting. He's, that's Sorloth. Him against Madrid in that game, the 5-1 loss a couple months ago. He was superb. And same with Julian Alvarez. And, they were just going crazy against Real Madrid that match, especially in the set pieces and crosses. Alex Benya, new signing from Villarreal. Koke, Gallagher, Giovanni Simeone. Ruggeri, Hancho, Pubil, Lorente, and Jan Oblak. On paper, Madrid should destroy this team, but sometimes that's just not the case for Real Madrid. I think Madrid will come out with a win. I think this match they're more structurally better. Same like Mbappe and Vini, they don't play well together. Bellingham, I don't see well. I mean, they don't play to their best of their abilities. Same with Bellingham and Arda. For me, they don't play when they play together. They're not playing at their top best. That's what I think. Fede, like I said before, he's better as a fullback, so I'm happy with this Real Madrid starting 11. Atletico's, I mean, they're not, they're not that terrifying team. They brought in great players. That they suffered a lot of injuries coming into this match. Or not this match in general, this season as a whole. They have had a lot of injuries. If we look here in the La Liga table, they're sitting 4th. Last 5 games, 2 losses, 1 draw, only 2 wins. Madrid having 4, and then Barca obviously dominated against that match against Athletic Bilbao, with a 5-0 win. So it's gonna be. We'll see what will happen with this match. I expect Madrid to win 3-1. I think that's a comfortable win, and Madrid should 100. If they don't win, I don't know. I have lost for words if they somehow don't win this match. I think Madrid after that huge win against Betis shown what they're capable of. For me, they are a good team. Great players in that Real Betis team, and similar to like that. Let's go. I think Madrid 100% should have full control of the entire match, and then Madrid should comfortably win this game here. Madrid's next fixtures. Like I said January was gonna be a tough month for Real. They have Sevilla, beat them. Betis, beat them. You have Atletico, you have Monaco, Villarreal, Benfica, and Rayo, which is February 1st, but whatever. These are games Madrid could struggle in. You have Atletico, like I said, they lost 5-1 before. You have Monaco, they have good players in their team. You'll see how they do. Madrid did struggle against Marseille, another French team. Villarreal, who have the players. I think they have really good players in that team. You have Benfica, who's been performing better. Earlier this season, they weren't having a great start. But now, and then Raul, who's always for me a sleeper underdog. Every time they play against a top team, and then he will have a look for. Let's go. Actually, I'm never mind. And then they have an easier group. You have Deportivo in the Copa del Rey. You have Alaves, Galatasaray, Mallorca, and Bodo. So Atletico do have favored an easier route. So they have nothing. They have nothing to lose. I mean, Atletico, I think they will win a trophy this year. They need to, I think, because uh, going off so many years not winning. They won the league in 22, I want to believe. But besides that, they they don't do anything. You put in so much money into this team, so much money invested into players, just for not to go in your way. They need at least a win of some sort. So if they beat Madrid here, they gotta 100% beat Barcelona in the final to prove that they were capable of winning. This league, they're pretty far off on points already. Well, we'll see what happens there. But my prediction is 3-1 win for Real Madrid.